Hey, all, it's David Ducker coming back at you. And today I'm going to be talking about empathy in RPGs. Uh, and this is really my mission statement for RPGs, why I play, what I think a game should be, kind of in a nutshell. It's all about empathy to me. It's about exploring the human condition. Great art lets you understand yourself better, it lets you understand other people better, and RPGs are just another art form to me, and my whole goal is to elevate that as high as I possibly can as an art form, and come in and create something meaningful that you learn from. You learn about yourself, you learn about other people. Uh, like I said, to just explore that human condition. By looking out through the eyes of another person, putting yourself in their shoes, and experiencing the way they live, the way they have to deal with things, the things they have to deal with. That's going to help you when you have to deal with new things in your own life, and it's going to help you deal with people in the world who deal with different things than you do. My experience growing up in southern Canada is going to be very different from someone from another part of the world. I've got friends from Romania. I got friends from South America. I got friends from the United States. I've got a couple friends from Africa, and they all have different perspectives. I've got a friend from India. They've all grown up differently. They have different religions, they have different cultures, they have different values, they have different work experience, personal experience, family experience. Just something like the dietary experience. They have different food they can share with me. I can share the delicious Canadian cuisine, get some back bacon and maple syrup. Yes. But sometimes you'll hit a cultural barrier. Even within your own culture, you can just hit a barrier with somebody else. You just don't understand where they're coming from. And it can cause problems in your real life, problems at work, problems in relationships, all kinds of, family problems. I've seen a lot of people have family problems, and a lot of the skills you can learn by playing RPGs can help you in that real world. Speaking ability, organizational ability, communication. It's one thing to be entertaining, it's another thing to be informative. With RPGs, you can practice both and switch back and forth and combine them in various degrees. But aside from that skill set, which is good to have and develop, and the fun and the friendships that you develop, to me it's really at its heart and soul. It's just about the empathy, just understanding other people, even if the person who you're in the shoes of is fictional. It doesn't mean you can't learn something from that. Great artists use lies to tell the truth. What a wonderful quote that is. And the quote was said by a fictional character. So that just makes it even more true, in my opinion. So by having this created, constructed character in a created, constructed world, it's all fictional, but if you make it real, if you make it believable, if you can actually understand that person, how they grew up, what they have to deal with, how they want to deal with things, that's going to help you in your life to understand yourself, what's driving you, what's actually causing you to do the things you do. Not just being superficial. And then when you meet other people, think about what's driving them. Why are they doing the things that they're doing to you, or with you, or that they're planning to do to you. I've met lots of people who have bad plans for me and good plans, and knowing the difference between the two is so important. To understand people, and that can start, or it can be expanded upon by understanding fictional people. If they're well done, if they're well crafted, if you meet someone, you're like, oh, I believe that. That's like a real person. Like that's sometimes an RPG character that's more real than someone you meet in real life. I've met people in real life and they have no personality, and they're so superficial. They don't understand themselves, And you know, not many people, but I've met a few like this, and you know, I can just say, like, man, he doesn't even know how to role play himself. You know, unfortunately, and I can, you know, I can look at all these different techniques and say, oh, this is how you know, this is how this character would handle this. This is how another character would handle it. What do I want to do? What am I going to decide to do? Am I going to decide I want to be like this or like that? You know? Or if someone is doing something to you, you know, if you're talking to your boss at work and maybe he's being harsh to you, you can think to yourself, why is he doing this? You know, is he doing it for these reasons or for those reasons? You know, which is more likely? Which do I choose to believe? Which do I want to believe? Because as soon as you have one option and you're like, oh, this is why he's doing it, and you're convinced, as soon that you've closed your mind, you might even be right, but you might not be. Unfortunately, everything in the real world is more complicated than a lot of people give it credit for. You know, whether that's something as simple as a relationship with someone romantically, or whether that's, you know, the interaction between you and your government. So that's my spiel on why I role play, and what I think is the greatest benefit, the heart of the experience, is making this fictional world that can teach you about the real world. So this is my, you know, my response again to the hack and slashers, the power gamers, the guys who are playing tactical war games and you know, video games. I'm not. That's not my modus operandi. That's not why I'm here. So if I'm sitting across the table from you, and you're here for those reasons, and I'm here for these reasons, what I just explained, we're probably not going to get along. There could be some overlap, but we're probably not going to get along. So, you know, and I'll meet people who are like, oh, you're taking this too seriously. And I guess I tend to take things seriously. I try to philosophize about everything in real life. Somebody said, how can you apply morality to gaming? And I was like, I apply morality to everything. You know, whether it's, oh, do I want to shop here or there, which is morally more correct. You know, some big box store might not be actually good for the economy. Or if I want to, oh, do I want to eat this or that? Do I want to have a vegetarian day because it's good for the environment and good for me too? And I do. I clearly don't. I'm clearly not a vegetarian, and I clearly don't keep incredibly strict tabs on my diet. But I like to take a vegetarian day every once in a while. You know, every week or every other week, I have a vegetarian day. I have some salad. I have some like veggie soup. You know, hit up an Indian restaurant or an Asian restaurant, or you know, even a veggie burger. Some of those veggie burgers can be pretty tasty. So you know, that's just a choice. It's morality. It's just something as simple as food. Oh, what am I going to eat for a meal? But you can bring morality into it. I bring morality into gaming as well. You know, work, of course, personal life, family life. It's all, to me, you know, it all has a moral factor. What do you want to do? What should you do? And if those things don't line up, how can you fix that? Which again sounds very, very simple, but sometimes it's not, unfortunately. So that's it. That's my spiel. That's my rant. Why I game is empathy and understanding of the human condition, of the human adventure, as Gene Roddenberry would say, if he were not dead and and blasted into space. But I'd love to hear, why do you game? Do you think I've taken it too seriously? Do you think my morals are too all pervasive in my life? And not persuasive, unfortunately. But you know, why do you game? Do you just need to relax? It springs to my mind right now. I had one game where Dr. Paul, and he's a doctor. That's why we call him Dr. Paul. He works at the emergency room here, and he sees a lot of bad shit happen. And for him, the reason he games is to escape that and have just fantasy and unwind, relax. I don't want to think. I want my brain off. I don't want to moralize. I'm here to relax and chill and be with people and play a very simple kind of black and white game. And I respect that, but I can't game with him because he's not my style at all. So I can't game with him. But because I have empathy, I know why he games like that. It's because he works at the ER and he sees horrible things all day. And for long shifts too. It's one thing I could see horrible things for 6 or 8 hours, but if he's working 10 or 12 hours, that makes a big difference. Not that I don't mind long shifts. It's just at that particular job, I think it would drive you a little batty, or it would drive me batty. He's relatively well adjusted. He just goes out and shoots some stormtroopers in a Star Wars game, and he's all good. Because they're evil. And if that's simplistic, that's okay, because that's what he needs in his real life to unwind. And it's good for him. It's not good for me, because I'm looking for something different. But let me know why you game. I'm interested. I love the hobby. It's given a lot to me. I want to give back to the hobby. If I know why you game, I can gain empathy towards you, and I can help give back to the hobby, perhaps. So I'm going to sign out now. I hope this has been educational and enlightening and perhaps invigorating. Probably not. But I do hope you have a good day at least. Cheers.